going to do today, we're going to start by drawing the and I said seahorse, not a seahorse, it's a jellyfish. So we're going to take, it's almost like an umbrella shape.
Mummy, is this a black or greys?
It's a grey pencil.
It's close enough to black.
Yeah, that's fine. You can use a black pencil crayon if you need to. So we've taken, it's like a hump. If you imagine it's a bit like a hill. And then we're going to use a wiggly line. It could be like a camel's hump. We're going to use a wiggly line just to join it together. It could be like a little Halloween ghost as well if you wanted to, if you were doing some Halloween themed drawings. I really love these because they're really effective but so simple. And if you were to draw loads together and group loads together, you'd suddenly have a shoal of jellyfish, and you could do all sorts of different sizes. And then we're going to take the wiggly line we did in our warm-up, and we're just going to use the wiggly line to create some tentacles that are whooshing through the water.
I'm doing the colour.
So it's up to you at this point whether you want to make it into a character or whether you want to leave it more realistic. But I always love putting a character on, so I'm going to give it a little cute face. Here we go.
Sometimes they have little frilly tentacles.
And have it swimming along in the water there.
I'm going to use this, if you can see it, Comwood yellow. And
cadmium yellow, yeah.
For the little tentacles on my thingy.
Look at its eyes. You've done some really sweet eyes there, Fern. So obviously, yeah, you can do whatever sort of face you want and whichever kind of eyes. Next one I'm going to draw is one, you know, when it's kind of moving its way through the ocean, it sort of bunches itself up. So then we're going to do more of a rounded mushroom sort of shape.
You know there's these jellyfish that you get that literally live upside down?
Really?
Like they swim upside down so you can hold them and they don't sting you. If you don't
as long as you
touch
don't touch the top. The tentacles.
You can hold them and they
Oh,
don't
wow.
sting, and it's really cute.
Oh, wow.
Wait, I'll try
We're going to add a wiggly line onto this one as well. So using your wiggly lines again.
Can I show you something?
Yeah, Fern's going to show what she's done. Oh, there you go. So you've used a different colour to show the tentacles as well, haven't you? Well done. Oh, it's got a nice smiley face as well. It's a happy one. This one's going to be a bit more sleepy, so we're going to give it sort of sleepier eyes.
I want
nose.
to do that.
And then we're going to, again, just give it the tentacles.
I want to do that, Mummy.
You can do that. That's absolutely fine. If you do have a look at other storybooks, I think there's a really good storybook by Lydia Monks. And take that shape that we did originally, but we're just going to make it bigger. And that's the starting point for your fish.
This one's going to be a boy one.
I'll show you some of the fish that I've drawn, just so you've got inspiration here. So this one is like your common goldfish. So you could do a simple shape like this and then colour that in orange. You could colour it in whatever colour you wanted. That's the beauty of it, that you can have lots of different sorts of tropical fish. So I'm going to show you how we can take this shape and make it more embellished. So what we're going to do first, we're going to add on to the tail a slightly longer tendril on its tail.
Excited for lunch.
I don't know why.
Charlotte's thinking about lunch already.
I just always want food.
That's the thing, isn't it, about being in isolation, is that
You can just eat.
it's just one long meal time, isn't it, everybody?
Yeah, because school.
So at this point you can start to shade if you wanted to. You don't have to. You can just keep it smooth shape if you wanted
we're
to.
doing fishies.
We're doing the fish, yeah. And we're just tidying up what the loose shape that we've done.
Can I show them?
We're just tidying it up.
Can I show them mine?
Yeah, of course you can. Fern's done other jellyfish there.
That one's a
Can I
girl.
see your fish, Mummy?
Yeah.
And that one's a boy.
Oh, lovely. I think I want those on a t-shirt, Fern. Right.
I do.
So here we go. So we've got the top of the fish here. And you can make this as floaty as you want.
You've lost your bee pen.
I'm using that one. It's fine, I'm using that one. Okay, and then what I like to do with the fin is bring it down across half of the body like that. And now don't worry, because you'll have a line going through there. You could either make that into part of the design
I'm just having a
by
break.
giving it lines,
I'm just having a break of sharpening my pencil.
or you could just rub it out. Rub out that line there,
Mummy,
so no
can
one...
you do
No one would know it was ever there.
Mummy, can you do a sketch of them?
That's on that page for you. There you go. So everything that Fern needs is already drawn out on a sheet for her. We just thought if she didn't want to follow along at the same pace,
One of the things
it would be
we do
easier.
is really cute.
There we go.
Actually, I'm going to do an octopus.
Is this oh right.
I'm going to do an octopus.
So here we go. We're going to put the face on it now. So I'm going to go for a happy face on my fish.
Could I have the rubber, Mummy?
Okay. Yeah.
1,
There you go.
2,
How's everyone finding this? Let me know in the comments.
How do you draw a face on fish?
5,
Well, I mean, you can do a few different ways, because obviously a fish, if you wanted to make it look a bit more realistic, they kind of have a downwards pointing mouth like that, don't they?
Mummy.
And they might have bigger eyes, but it doesn't quite look as friendly somehow.
Mummy, if you go like this, it looks like an upside down jellyfish.
It does, yeah. Is that your octopus?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Ryan's doing fish face.
So Fern's already moved on to an octopus. Oh, thanks, Charlotte. Oh, I like that. So it's like when you make your lips like into that figure of 8. That's definitely a fish face. A kissing fish there we've got.
Yeah, like
Beautiful. So then you could take your fish, and you don't have to add any more detail on, but if you wanted to, you could.
Mummy,
You could add some stripes on if you wanted to.
Mummy, what do you think would be better? Smile? What do you think would be better? Smile or just leaving it?
On your octopus. I think he needs a smile.
Well,
Or you could put some of the scales on as well, like this.
No, because I don't have
Which
that.
we've used before is these kind of like, imagine like a W, and just join lots of W's together.
Look, Mummy.
Oh, look at that. Brilliant. So that's the basic shape that you've just used there, that really simple shape. And as you get more confident, you might want to start developing the shape into a fish you might have seen. And this is a little bit like Nemo. So you could be a bit more loose with your shape
Whoa, how did
and
you
open
do
it up a
so
little bit.
quickly?
I did these last night, these ones.
Oh,
Charlotte.
right.
I'm not that fast.
Charlotte, look at me.
So we thought this is like the clownfish from Finding Nemo.
Oh, that's so good, Fern.
Can I say the map?
So you can always open the shape up and make it into a different style.
I'm gonna colour this in orange.
Yeah, so Fern's gone on to the next one that we're doing, which is going to be the octopus, which I'm going to show you in a minute.
And then I'm doing the fish.
And then you're going to do the fish. And you don't have to do them all now. You can do some now and come back to some later. That's absolutely fine as well. And I will tell you about the little challenge we've got, but I'll do that at the end when we've done all our characters.
Challenge?
This one is an angelfish. So if you watched Finding Nemo, the angelfish is one of the big fish that's in the tank in the first one. Oh, Charlotte's added some dots and some polka dots onto yours, haven't you? A spotty fish. So it just gives you an idea to take that as a springboard, the initial shape, and then you can add any textures and patterns on that you want. Any colours that you want as well.
I love lunch from Layla. So do I, Layla.
Toilet break.
So here we go. So this just started with a shape almost like an arrow. I quite like it because it looks like a cute little nose. So you can use different shapes.
Okay, Fern. Did you bang you in the
Go.
leg?
Yeah, I'm gonna Look, she has a bird. Looks like she has a bird.
So we'd love to see all your different types of fish that you've created for your aquarium.
And if you want on another page, you can draw a big tank. And then you can put and then you could cut out the thingies, and then you could pop them over the tank.
You could use them to decorate your tank, couldn't you?
Or you could just put the bugs under and
Yeah.
then put the tank on.
So
I've
these
shaded my jellyfish.
these fish look like they're having a little conversation now as well. So think about your characters. Think about how you can maybe make your illustrations and your characters interact with each other. What would they say to each other? We've got one up here, doesn't look very happy. So I've used a bit more of a traditional sort of fish mouth on there for this one. I'm sure he is very happy, but just fish don't tend to look very cheery, do they?
That one looks...
Yeah, so I was thinking about that this morning actually, because in my set I have a little paintbrush, and I was
No,
wondering
my set.
if anyone would like some painting sessions as well. So
It's
let me
my
know in the
set.
comments if you would like.
Paintbrush stuff there.
We have a few, don't
It's
we?
my set.
Yeah, if you'd like some painting sessions, I'd love to show you how I paint.
This,
So let me know if you'd like that too.
this fish looks like a fish from Mr. Bean that
Does
eats Mr. Bean's little fish, but just without this little squiggly thing on the back.
Oh,
And bigger.
Claire
And
says
bigger.
Hugh has made a family of fish. Oh, I'd love to see that, Claire, when he's finished. That would be absolutely fantastic.
Can I read the
Right.
comment?
Can I show my shaded jelly?
There isn't any more at the moment, Fern. And
Huh?
Charlotte's
Snake.
showed her shaded jellyfish.
The shading is so fun.
It would be nice to show people a bit more how to do shading, wouldn't it, as well?
You could go on
Right, brilliant. So we've done our jellyfish and we've done our fish. Woo. And now we're going to move on to doing an octopus.
Well, I'm doing my octopus.
Fern's doing hers already. So I'm going to use the other side of the paper. We're not going to waste paper.
Well,
And we're going to take a circle. It's going to be the top of the head of the octopus.
Ooh, fizzy.
Okay, it's quite hard with drawing octopuses because you need to get the 8 legs.
It's called octopi.
The octopi. The octopi.
does anyone know what a workshop means? Is it where?
A workshop.
Yeah.
Do you know what it means, Fernie?
I think it means that you work in a shop. You have to do like very much working.
Do you? Can't find my octopus that I did before. Just let me find
You're
it
like,
for
I
you.
can't find my work.
Can't find my work.
Workshop.
Might just be hiding. Never mind. Okay, so you take your circle, and then we want to make sure that we've got 8
Whoa.
legs.
Perfect circle.
That comes with practice, that doesn't it? So what we're going to do, we're going to put some guidelines for
I've
us
done it a
on.
bit differently.
So 1, 2,
I'm proud.
Could I
3,
show this?
4. So sort of halfway down,
Can
you've
I show
got
this?
4
Can I show this?
lines, and that'll give you a guide
Can I just see that?
for getting each of your legs on. Because what I find when I draw
Can I just show this?
is that, just one moment, Fern. When I draw, sometimes I get the legs on, and then by the end I'm cramming like 3 legs together, and it's all a bit squashed up. So this way just means I can spread it all out a bit
No,
more.
please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
You should,
8. Yeah,
you should have put some in that.
it looks a bit like a jellyfish as well. I think Fern wants to show you her octopus. A finished coloured in octopus.
I couldn't do I couldn't do a circle like this one because I found it out that I was trying to do a circle, but it came out as like a tall Big Ben.
Yeah, but that's okay because it's still, we can still tell it's an octopus, can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on
So,
to this.
So what we're going to do there
My octopus is
is
way
we're going to take the legs as guidelines, but we're not going to start the legs. You can start the legs at the head if you want, but I like to give a little gap here and then make the leg. So we'll go round that. You can always draw that out, rub that bit off afterwards.
No, babe.
So that's 1 leg,
Hey,
2 legs. You can be quite free flowing with this. 3 legs, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And don't worry, if you don't manage to fit all 8 legs on, it doesn't matter. Nobody's
It
counting.
has to be 8.
It doesn't have to be, but I think they do have 8 legs because they're called an octopus.
6, 7.
Am I right? I think I'm right.
I'm moving on to my whale actually.
That's fine.
It
You
might
move.
be a bit harder.
You can move on to your whale. No problem.
Dad sent me a picture.
So there we go. You've got the shape of the octopus here. And what I like to do is add in some.
What Dad's drawn.
Oh wow! Do you want to show? That looks like an anglerfish.
Very good.
Wow! Look at that.
Is Daddy still
He
here?
must still be watching because he's drawn a fish. Well done.
That is so good.
I like to add on the little suckers. I think they're called suckers, aren't they?
I don't know.
They're like,
So don't worry about
Suction
adding these, the suction pads on. You don't have to add them on. It's quite nice to do it though, where like just do a little bit peeping in.
The paper got stuck to my hand, but I don't know how. It's got stuck to my hand.
What I love about drawing sea creatures is you can go to town on your detail if you want to.
Because like sea creatures are all like different shapes and sizes.
Well, they're so varied, aren't they? There's a massive abundance of different types if we look after our oceans and take care and reduce
Yours
plastic.
is a lot better than mine.
Well, whenever you say that, Charlotte, what do I say to you?
Practice.
Practice. I've been practicing for a lot longer, and all it is, I've got good because I love drawing and I practice and I just draw every day because it's something I love to do. So
Mummy,
if you really, really love it, I think I need to sharpen my pencil. If you really love it, just keep going. Keep practicing. That's how you get better. If you don't use it, you do lose it. And I have, when I've had periods in my life where I haven't drawn, it takes a little bit of a time to get back into it.
everyone, can I show
I'm just going to finish this because people are following along with it, Finn, but you can definitely show them in a minute. Is that okay?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, are you counting up to a minute?
7, 8.
Does anyone else's children do that?
Okay.
When you say in a minute and then they start counting. You say 5 minutes and they count to 5.
13, 14,
So let's go for a little
17, 18, 19, 20.
contemplative, is that the word? A little thinking octopus today. He's thinking about the ocean.
Mummy, I want to show them.
Looks very dreamy and sleepy, doesn't he?
Wait a minute, because Mummy said.
You see all those eyes?
Yeah.
Well, they are from and what
Art for Kids Hub. You love watching that, don't you?
They like.
And the eyes are great.
They like to photo it.
So there we go. I hope
Like
you've enjoyed
video.
drawing along with your octopus.
Could you do sketch, please?
Oh, Kath said well done to Toddy. Oh, that's great. Lucy says she's got a new set of paints, so she'd like to have a painting session. Oh, lovely. Brilliant, Lucy. That's exciting. No, Lucy Connors.
Alright.
Brilliant.
Could
Okay.
you do, Mummy?
Fabulous. So what we'll do, all of them are sketched out there for you, okay?
Sketch for like on this paper
Oh, you want to do a quick sketch so you
Of
can
the
go
whale.
over?
of the whale.
It's going to be facing the other way.
Okay.
There you go. Sketch it out lightly for you.
It's a bit confusing with the gaps.
Okay, and you can do your own face. There we go. So we've done our octopus and I'm going to move on to the whales now. So if you have a little look at here, I think drawing whales are like one of my favourite things. You're doing a whale, aren't you?
Daddy.
Drawing a whale is like my favourite thing to draw. I've always drawn whales. I just used to love drawing them, and I used to write letters to the Prime Minister to save the whales when I was about 12.
Did you?
Yeah,
Did
I
you
wrote
ever
to John
answer?
Major. I don't think I ever got a reply. But and dolphins. So we're going to look at whales and dolphins, which are very similar in terms of their shape.
We haven't got our dolphin online.
Well, you're just going to draw the whales.
Oh, yeah.
I know you have on the other side. You have.
So don't show the other side.
So what I want you to do with your whale is we're going to focus on this shape. So just going to take a sweeping
Wait, can I just
circle
show my
down.
octopus? 'Cause I'm very
like
proud
this.
of him.
Oh, look at Charlotte's octopus. He's got a little moustache.
Mummy, please.
Fantastic. Do you want to move over a little bit? Move over a little bit. So with the whale, we're going to take like a sweeping shape. So if you can do a circle, it's almost like 3/4 of a circle. And then we're going to add on like a shape that's a bit of like
Don't say an
straight
oblong.
line.
Oh,
Ah,
wait, actually it is an oblong though.
it's more of an oblong this week.
Why did you say don't say an oblong?
Because she keeps.
I
she
kept
keeps
saying
calling
oblong for
ovals
oval, I don't know why.
oblongs. How do
Okay,
you
it's
do
almost
that,
like
Mummy?
a speech mark, you know,
How do you do that?
that kind of shape. So just imagine that, but made bigger.
Speech mark.
Looks really good.
Oh yeah. It's got real character when you put a different style of eye on, hasn't it? And then we're going to add, we're just going to make the tail here. And the tail can be really big if you want it to be. It can be big or
Leave
small.
this wide thing.
And then we're going to put, they have like really small little mouths coming along here.
I'm gonna leave this wide thing.
Yeah. It could be like a beluga whale,
What
which
are
are white,
those?
aren't they? So that's just showing like a small version of how you could draw a whale.
Or those look like eyes.
Yeah, they could be eyes.
Those
couldn't
could
they?
be eyes like
So you could draw a tiny whale.
What face do you do?
And then we're going to add our fin onto it there as well.
Or what? Fin, oh yeah.
So they have a little blowhole as well, don't they? And to put that there. And I'm just going to put a little eye on there for you as well. So actually, quite a simple shape, but it looks really effective. And obviously you could do you could have it more as a straight shape if you don't want to have it curved around.
Mine's a bit weird, but it has its water coming out of its hole.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Looks a bit weird.
Which way do you think it's going to be facing, Mummy?
So you could have it like that as well if you wanted.
Which way do you think it's going to be facing? That way or that way?
That way, face that side. Yeah. Okay, so we move on to drawing our dolphin. So the dolphin, again, I've done it on the opposite side, so they could be having a little conversation. I've done it on the opposite way round, is that we can use the same sweeping shape again.
Do dolphins have blowholes?
Yeah, they do. And obviously their faces are a little bit different, aren't they? So they have a more of a pointy, almost like beak-like shape. So I'll just let you draw that. And then we're going to come round. I mean, you'd have to have a huge aquarium to have whales and dolphins in, obviously. And I do not like the idea of keeping huge animals, or really lots of animals, in captivity. It's not really great, is it? But I just thought I'd show you how to draw whales and dolphins because they're favourites.
No, but there's this channel on YouTube, if you know what YouTube is, and it inspires me sometimes to draw animals because he finds animals like his channel is called Brave Wildness.
Brave Wildness.
And he finds spiders. What was that spider called? Like the willow.
Black widow.
Black
Spider, yeah.
And he finds fluffy spiders. And he finds lots of creatures like turtles.
I'm going to add the blowhole on there as well.
Lots of stuff.
He does, and that's inspired you, hasn't it, to look at different types of wildlife. So I do recommend going on YouTube and looking for anything to do with wildlife. If you're looking for inspiration for your drawings and your illustrations.
Search
Brave
Wildness.
Oh, brilliant. So that's our dolphin. Okay, you can make him look a bit more smiley if you want to. Oh, and yours is saying something. You can make your character say something if you want. Hey, dudes. Look at the water coming out. I love it. So I've just turned the mouth of mine up a little bit, just to make it look a little bit more cheery, because dolphins do tend to look quite happy, don't they? Has anyone swam with dolphins? I'd love to hear. I'd love to do that. I'm a little bit scared because they're quite big in the water, but I think it's something that I would absolutely love to do. No, they don't bite. I think they really like being in the water. And, you know, wild swimming, I wouldn't want to do it in a swimming pool. I'd rather do it in the sea. Yeah, let me know if anyone has.
On holiday, there was this...
I think Teddy, either Al or Teddy is saying, yeah, I know him, Brave Wilderness, so he watches him too. Oh, hi, Joe. We've got somebody joining us. Hi, Joe. Don't worry if you're only just jumping on. You can always stop and watch the replay later. But come and join us from here. That's brilliant. It's so lovely to see loads of you. Thank you for being here. Right, what I'm going to talk about, before we do a few more, because we've only got a few more to draw, I'm going to talk about a challenge. Challenge! I'm going to set you a little challenge for today. It's not homework. I'm not expecting you to send your homework in, but if you would like to develop what you've done today and have a little challenge, then I would love for you to draw your own seascape. So what's a seascape? A seascape is a scene where you've got loads of the characters in today all incorporated into the same scene. So you could have whichever ones you like best, but you could also take some of the
landscape, but
it could be landscape. Yeah, that'd work. You could take draw a seascape.
I dipped my finger in paint that I thought was dry.
Oh no. So you could take inspiration from the warm-up today where you've drawn corals and little fish. You'd have tiny fish in the background. You'd have tiny sea creatures like snails. We're not finished yet. We could have bubbles.
Look at this pattern. I've
And
done.
you could add in, like, I'll show you what Fern's done today. She's done octopus. She's done, oh, look at that little fish.
Fish,
You've put the scales
Whale.
on. A whale
octopus,
and an octopus.
and a boy.
And my little tip here with this one is that if you've got a younger one who's struggling, you can always draw the shape really lightly and they can draw over
And a
it.
boy one.
So your challenge is to put all of the characters that you've done today into a scene, an underwater scene,
I'm just going
using...
to show a really simple
Just
way
wait
of drawing.
one moment. Using all of the little bits that we've done in the warm-up as well. So are you up for that challenge? Let us know if you are. Oh, Penny already asked if she could do that. Yes, well, that would be lovely, Penny, if you could do that. And send me a picture. I would absolutely love to see a picture of that. I think Charlotte wanted to show a really simple way of drawing.
Yes, I'm just going to
You're having a
draw it
practice.
first.
And then we're going to move on to a really cute little creature.
Well, I'm going to do my starfish right now. Just
You do starfish now?
Yeah,
You've got all the time in the world, Fern, don't worry.
That's not the best, but what you do is you like draw a line up like that. We did it in the warm up, and then you vibrate. It keeps vibrating.
And you need to turn
And then
that off.
you like draw the curve up, put another curve up. It's a bit uneven. And then you can do scales or whatever you want to.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a fish.
Oh, I love how you're doing the scales. Like, so they start off smaller and they get bigger and bigger. That's a really good way of making a drawing really interesting, is to play with the scale of things. So your challenge, yes, is to draw a seascape if you want to. If not, just keep to the characters. That's absolutely fine. So the next thing we're going to draw...
look. Did it.
Oh, yeah, done it.
Starfish.
There's a starfish. We'll do the starfish next, okay?
No.
Yeah, we're going to do the starfish next. And then we're going to end on that one because I think that's so cute. So for a starfish, we're going to take a light line. We're just going to do one line upwards and one line across, like an upside down T shape. Okay, because we're going to draw a starfish and they have they tend to have 5 legs. And it's quite hard to just draw 5 legs freehand without one kind of going off. So we are just going to take a arrow shape.
If a starfish loses a leg,
So can you see it's almost like the skeleton for a starfish. And you do that really lightly so that if you want to, you can rub it out, but you don't have to. And then we're going to sort of plump it out a bit.
Mummy, are you going to drink your vitamin?
Yeah, I'm going to drink my vitamin drink in a minute. Thanks, Fern.
Mummy.
You're looking after me.
Mummy. 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 Mummy.
I'm just doing this for everybody. And then, can you see how you just go round it? Give it a kind of centimetre either side. And then you've got your starfish shape. Now, if you wanted to, you can leave the lines there.
it's like
But what I like to do is put...
sorry, Mum.
Can you message? Do you want to message your friends and ask them not to send a message right now? Do a little dot in the middle, and then we're going to go. It's quite hard to do this. We're going to get smaller and smaller as we go down until we're just doing some dots at the end. And this gives a really good way of perspective. You don't have to put these on, but I quite like to because I think it makes it look quite realistic.
Could you do a sketch of the seahorse?
Yeah, we're going to do the seahorse again because people really liked that last week. And then we're going to finish on a really cute request that we had a couple of weeks ago.
Dolphin.
We'll do that afterwards. Okay?
Can I post a picture of it?
Of course you can.
Everyone go onto Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, you can share your pictures with me and I can put them on Instagram, or you can put them on Instagram and tag me. That would be
them on
fantastic.
Put them on Instagram.
So there we
that
go,
would
there's
be
your
good.
starfish. Brilliant. And if you wanted to, you could shade around it if you wanted to.
I'm so sorry, Mum.
you, Liz.
You show what you've done. And this is Fern's.
You've already shown it.
Did you sneak it in?
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd already shown it. There we go. There's Fern's.
Please, no, you did a seahorse and I'll sketch it out.
Yeah. So we're going to do the seahorse again because we really liked drawing that last week.
Please.
Just do that quickly. You can show them at the end, all right?
Please, may you do seahorse?
So the seahorse, we took our squiggly line last week, and then we created like a little snout, and then we used like an S, a backwards S shape to create its tummy, and then we added on a little cute little
Teardrop. Looks like
yeah. And then we extended our squiggly line down,
sorry.
and then we made a squiggly line going around like this.
Please,
So it's just a little recap.
may you do
So
a sketch of this? No, on this page.
on that page, I'll do a quick sketch for you.
Yeah. Let's see. That looks
Like
like
that.
Don't know what that says, but it's confusing.
There you go. And then we can add its little snout on, a little eye.
You haven't done the snout on mine.
And like on this picture, I've done two, having a little chat with each other. Maybe they're in love. So you could draw two together. And these could go in your seascape as well if you wanted to put them in. Might be nice to have some little small ones in the background, or you might want to have one as your main character. Yeah, like that.
Is that a seascape what you've drawn?
This sort of, but you could go into more detail. You could have the ocean floor or the aquarium floor. You could have coral in the background. Okay, we're going to move on now. So I'm just doing that quickly as we did that last week. So if you want to watch the part 2 of the cute characters, you get to see more in depth how to draw that one. We're going to draw the last thing for today, which we had a request of in a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, is the axolotl, which I didn't even know. Well,
It's
I had
an
seen.
amphibian.
I didn't know what it was.
It's
But it was an amphibian. So here we
Mummy,
go.
That's my scale of colours.
Oh, well, we're reusing paper. We're reusing paper, aren't we? We're being eco-friendly. You can still. So it's an axolotl, and it's spelled like this.
Is it?
Axolotl. And it's a reptile, isn't it?
No, it's an amphibian.
I meant to say.
reptile.
Thank goodness you're here, Charlotte. I meant to say amphibian. Honest. So I've drawn it in two ways here. So I drew it like this first,
Cute.
and I think it looks really cute. It looks like, it reminds me of Puck from
Avatar.
Midsummer Night's Dream,
like
or Ariel from The Tempest. It reminds me of a little fairy creature. Oh, there's lots of love hearts for this one because I think it's someone's favourite out there. Because it's so cute, I've added a little love heart onto its
It looks
chest.
like one of the characters from Avatar.
It does actually.
Like one of
And
the
then
aliens.
I broke the shapes down to make it a little bit more easier to draw. So this is what I drew first, then this is second, and then for Fern I drew it out like this, and I think this is the one that I like the best that I'm going to show you because it's the
Please,
cutest.
may you draw that?
Yeah, of course.
On my
I will. So it's got almost like sort of fiery tendrils, and then it's got like a tadpole tail. So if you're familiar with what a tadpole looks like, it might be quite easy to draw the tail. So I'm just going to break that down. I'm just going to leave that there for you just to have a look at whilst I just sketch it out really lightly for Fern.
Could you do it the same as that?
Yeah, and she's going to draw over it. There we go. I'll draw that for people here so they can see. And then I'll go over it again in detail.
I want, Mummy, please may you actually like sketch it out and like, may you like do like the other drawing. Like,
Yeah.
so I'll just,
We could do this afterwards as well if you want to go do it again.
yeah.
I'm not going to put the eyes on because you like to do your own style of eyes. So,
Can I,
let's take the back of this piece of paper. We're running out of paper.
can I try
You can have some of mine, Mummy.
Oh no, it's alright. I was just running out of the ones that I'd already used up.
Oh, right.
It's fine. So here we go. Let's do our last one for today, which is the axolotl. So we're going to take, it's not, you can do a circle, but I'm going to take more of sort of a squashed circle.
An oval.
Oh, hello, who's that?
Panda.
Panda. Rogue panda has snuck in. We're not drawing pandas this week, Charlotte, but that is beautiful. Maybe we'll draw pandas another time. Haven't drawn pandas yet, have we?
We could do bears.
So we're going to take its head shape here, and then we're going to add a really cute little body just onto the bottom.
Everyone, look at this. How cute.
Look at his cute face. You can go to town with the cuteness on these axolotls, I think.
So cute.
So cute, isn't it, Kate?
Mummy.
And then we're going to add its first little...
The body.
I don't even know the term for these, but they're not quite ears. Antennae, tendrils.
Mummy.
I would imagine they use them to feel their way through the water, don't they?
Mummy, what are these on my... What is this on my hand?
Is it glue?
I don't know.
This
Do
is an
some really
axolotl.
cute webbed.
They're so
feet.
cute.
Yeah, so there you get to see what it looks like.
It's
And then
so,
look at its
so
feet.
cute.
So that's what I'm drawing at the moment. Almost has quite human-like hands.
It's not a human.
It's not a human, honest.
It's a bit confusing.
So these tend to be red, and then it's kind of a pinky colour if you wanted to have a look at what sort of colours to do. And we're going to go for the cutest little eyes. And my favourite bit is adding this tail on that's like, can you pass me the rubber? That's like a tadpole tail.
I love the little arms, just like...
And then its little legs that come out here. And its feet. So to do webbed feet, you just do like that. There we go. You could add more. If you wanted to have 5 fingers on, you could. That would be absolutely fine.
5 fingers.
Here's our little axolotl.
What are those?
I'm just showing people how to draw the webbed feet. Oh, Julie's saying maybe we could have an insect day. Yeah, that would be really good, wouldn't it?
Stick insects.
Stick insects, yeah. We'll have to get our cousin Sarah to come and help us with that, wouldn't we? Because she's a beetle expert. So if you've enjoyed today's session, then I'm going to be doing another session next week. We haven't decided exactly what we're going to do yet.
Or princesses.
Do you want to do dragons and princesses?
But I want
You
to
could do a dragons, knights, princesses kind of theme. That would be good.
That's a tadpole.
No, can we just do...
Oh, look at that. That's like a kawaii sort of style, isn't it?
Mummy.
You can add the tendrils on.
Can we just do princesses then? Just do dragons then? Just do
I could do a really short workshop of princesses possibly. But it's quite nice to do lots of ones all together.
No, because there's lots of princesses like Snow White,
Yeah.
Elsa, Belle.
Right, so there we go. We've finished it by doing adding some extra little bits to the tendrils that it has around its face. I hope you've enjoyed the session. I'll be popping some pictures, a recap of what we've done if you want to catch up. And I love, as I said before, I'd love seeing your interpretations. Thank you ever so much for joining us today. Fern just buddy, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Draw with me.
Bye.
Draw with me.
See you later.